Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to TNT Simulator. So I finally did it. I completely uninstalled FS2020 in replacement for, or exclusively for 2024. I'm gonna tell y'all why. So last night I did a flight in 2020 from Vegas to San Francisco, and most of the flights I do are at night because I normally fly like real time. So you know when you fly at night in 2020, back then it was amazing. But now with 2024, it just didn't feel right. So after doing that flight, I say, you know what? I think it's time to switch. So it took about 400 gigs off my computer. That's how much 2020 had. It was 400 gigs. But when you compare, and I should have left 2020 installed just to show a comparison. But right now, if I switch this over to nighttime, (2020) doesn't look like this at all. 2020 does not look this good at nighttime. Now, even while I was doing that flight last night, it didn't feel right, because once you play 2024 and you see this night light and you be like, oh wow, that looks really good, almost like very similar to real life, what it would look like flying in that night, compared to 2020 where it almost looks like a little more 2D, I'm gonna say. Now if somebody created a mod where it would look similar to this, I might go back to 2020. But then the other thing is, see, when you compare the lighting in 2020 compared to, sorry about the flashback, but compared to 2024, that lighting is incredible in 2024. And the seasons, I had seasons with Rex, so it's not that you can't have seasons with 2020, because you can get the Rex environment and they'll give you the seasons changing and all that. But this already has that, built in. So finally settled. I got the deluxe version. They had a couple more planes I was interested in. The Cessna 404, was it the 404? Yeah, the 404. Plus another plane. I don't care for the 747 personally, unless I can get it in like a commercial livery. But yeah, it was time to just move on and leave 2020 behind. That's just my opinion. I know there's a couple people that definitely still like 2020. I was one of them. 2024 is not for all PCs, especially like older PCs maybe. They can run a little. Right now I'm running a 5060 Ti, and I'm getting great frame rates. I'm in New York right now. Around certain scenery, it does chop up. More people, more things going on. You see everything's loading and slow. They can be, I always say that's internet related, but yeah, it was time to make the change. So I completely uninstalled 2020. And like I said, when I compared that night flight that I did yesterday in 2020, I said I can't. It doesn't feel right once you do a night flight in 2024. It almost feels like everything is 2D. And again, when you look at these light and textures and like just the way everything looks, is really no comparison. So personally, I left it alone. Said I'm gonna move on. I don't see anybody doing Flight Simulator 98 or 95 anymore, or even not 2020, but 2004 Century of Flight. It's the same comparison at the end of the day. And this didn't end up like FS10, if you're old enough to remember that, where it was just a shit show. Excuse my language. But yep. And look, 2024 is not perfect. I don't know why that main gear look like that right now, sideways, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I wanted to share my opinion with everybody. So if you don't got a great PC, I get it. Because even with I had a 3060, 32 gigs of RAM before this one. 2024 was not that great. So 2020 was the better option when it came down to actually doing like a flight, especially in like heavy scenery. But now that I got, a better PC, I got 64 gigs of RAM now. I got the 5060 Ti, so of course 2024 is gonna run amazing. But yeah, it was time to go. So bye bye 2020. What's up, Brody? How you doing, man? It was time to let 2020 go and move to 2024. So that's what I would recommend to anybody else, and I'll show you a couple more things in 2024 so you can see. Nah, I use a joystick and rudder pedals. Like I got somewhat of a flight sim setup. I don't got nothing crazy like other people be having though. These are the planes that come with the deluxe version. Not every single one, but like this Airbus helicopter. If you know how to fly helicopters, uh, I don't know if I'm gonna really fly that. The C-17 is probably gonna be for shits and giggles. This the 404. That Concorde is from 2020, so that don't really count. Let me fly this real quick. Look, June, air ambulances. June be doing air ambulances, so there's an air ambulance you can buy. June got way more money than me. We'll go to, let's do Midway. Let's go to Chicago real quick. Scenery wise, too, 2020 is just, it almost looks the same, but I don't know why. This 2024 looks sharper when it comes down to like the roads and everything. Yeah, I seen the B-2 stealth bomber, but it got low rating, so that means it probably don't fly good or something. I might be talking. I'll double check a little later on. Look at them textures. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't compare them textures to 2020. Again, maybe it's just a personal thing, and if you don't got the PC build, trust me, I understand. Because like I said, I still have my 3060. I'll definitely be flying 2020 more. But I ain't going back right now.
System test. Okay.
Yeah, nah, flight sim. Like right now, I was looking at your comment. That's why I went to the right. But flight sim is flight sim easy, man. I showed one of my sis on Discord. She learned how to fly in like 3-4 months, and she's still learning a little bit. But she know how to do flights. She know how to use the autopilot. She understands most of it. Still has a little trouble like paying attention to like all the instruments and everything. But should have kept 2020 installed just to do a comparison, but I'm sorry, this just looks amazing compared to 2020. Put this gear down. I'm gonna fly this plane later. This is one of the reasons I got the deluxe version. A couple of planes that it came with.
Don't sink.
Y'all texting me too early.
Overspeed. Sink. Overspeed. Don't sink.
I'm doing a little bullshit flying right now.
Don't sink.
Flaps are too early.
Don't sink. Sink rate. Sink rate. 500. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
I think I got every single message you can get in less than 5 seconds.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Don't sink. Ahead. One stall. Sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
But yeah, once again, just wanted to share my opinion, and I hope y'all can get 2024. If you can't afford the upgrade, just, you know what I mean, get your stuff together, do what you gotta do, get what you need. But overall, eventually you gotta move forward. You gotta let certain things go. So that's what time it was. It was time to let this go and move forward. Yeah, man, at nighttime, I'm telling you, it's really just nighttime, and I'll go back up in the air real quick just to change the time. But 2020 don't have light and textures like this, and that's what makes 2020. That's what made the upgrade to 2024. That's what made it move forward. It's literally just the nighttime flying. The way it looks, even from inside. You see, we got people flying out there. I'll turn that off. Look at the right rudder.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Look at that. That's flying.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Yeah, 2020 got live traffic too, and there still be a lot of people. I seen more people in 2020 yesterday than 2024 in a lot of the servers. But again, a lot of my flying is at night, and it's just no comparison. And if somebody did make a mod where they can make it look like that, then you also got to match the textures in the daytime because it's just not, it's still not gonna feel the same. Flashbang. Definitely not gonna feel the same. And even just if we go compare, I was going to the stream. We compare weather as well. Like, custom. Let's make it snow. Yeah, I swear, like I got some rats inside. Anyway. That's moving clouds. Let's do a light thunderstorm. Let's get lower to the ground real quick and do some aerobatics.
Sync.
Oh, and some of the planes, the windshield wipers actually work.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
It would help if I knew where the ground was at.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh, there you go, the ground.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Overspeed.
Overspeed.
Look at that, it's foggy as hell. You can't even see nothing.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Let's do this real quick.
Overspeed.
Let's change it to just
Overspeed.
rain.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
You can see it's actually raining right there. Like you can see where the rain is falling if you're not in the rain. I think 2020 is somewhat similar, but it don't look that good. So like right now we're not in the rain. We're not in the rain, not in the rain. Alright, there you go. Now we just flew into the rain. Just the way it looked in the game. Now let's put snow real quick. Let's get a little lower because I don't see
Terrain
that.
ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
You can kind of hear the snow falling on the
Terrain
airplane.
ahead. Pull up.
I don't see
Terrain
that.
ahead. Pull up.
My light too far away. Man, whatever. We'll go back to
500.
regular. But yeah, you get the point, man. So again, that's my reason why I switched. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're still on 2020, man, and you know you got the resources to get 2024, like you got the right PC setup. You're just, hey, what's up, Grim? You just stuck in like, you know, I don't want to get rid of it yet because you're not comfortable moving on. Listen to me and move on. It's time to move on because this is the better flight sim. All right, man. Thanks for watching.